Finding good products to sell on Amazon was always really hard until I figured out what I'm about to break down for you today. Because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear step-by-step game plan for finding your first, fifth, or even 100th profitable item to sell on Amazon, because I'm giving you my favorite method for finding products and finding products that a lot of people are skipping right past. These are the exact things that I've learned after selling over $5 million on Amazon. So if you're wondering what to sell on Amazon, how to find those products to sell on Amazon, and what the best products to sell on Amazon are, this video is for you. Let's jump in. When we're looking for those first products to sell today, we're going to start by looking at brands that basically any Amazon seller can get auto-ungated to sell. I know that's a huge concern if you're a new Amazon seller wondering what you are approved to sell and what you aren't approved to sell. So you're going to see that here in just a second. And as we go through, just keep in mind that we're going to be able to buy all of these profitable items from big name brand retailers, no having to work with wholesalers or buying anything from China. These are the exact strategies that I've used and helped thousands of other Amazon sellers make their first dollars online as well. So at this point, I know you're excited to start sourcing like the pros. Let's jump into it. So let me just show you a quick example of the types of products that you can sell on Amazon. And using this example, we're going to be able to find a ton more winning products. And I'll show you two different ways that you can actually find more items to sell, right? So taking this, for example, this is like a Christmas advent calendar type of thing. It's selling for 38 bucks today. And then over at Walmart, we can actually buy this exact same product for $19. See, it's all the same right there. It's like an advent calendar. People are probably buying this for the holidays. And you can see selling this on Amazon would give us about $6.40 in profit, a little over 30% ROI. So we can see all the basic information that we need to see within SellerAmp. And so using this basic example, you can see like what types of products sell on Amazon, and let's get a whole lot more ideas of what other people are selling on Amazon as well, right? So to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and open up one of the other sellers on this listing. This is where SellerAmp is going to come into play. This is the first paid product research tool that you're going to want to have as an Amazon seller. And using this example product, we can go down and see what the other sellers on this listing have already done the work of finding. I usually like to look at sellers that have maybe like a couple feedback or not too many, so 5 or 23. Those are great examples because they tend to be on the newer side of selling on Amazon, so they tend to find products that are going to be pretty easy for you to also figure out where they're getting those items from. Let's just go ahead and dig in here and we'll see what we can find. So as we're looking through items, the biggest thing to remember is if you can buy it for this max cost option right here that's displaying, that means we're probably going to be able to make some profit on this item. And if you don't think that this price is reasonable, so I don't know anything about this brand or this product, you don't know much about the brands or products that you're going to be looking at right away, and so you're going to be Googling a lot of products here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit that Google button right there. That's going to go ahead and search that title on Google for me. And I can see where this little headset tends to be priced around. So it seems like a lot of these are priced at $20 or so. I saw it right here. We saw it was selling for 190. Sometimes we can see if it is like a way cheaper price than normal. So for example, down here, it looks like in September or so, it was selling for 300 bucks, but it's got a pretty good history of selling for 150 bucks or so. Just out of curiosity, was that profitable when people were buying it? Yeah, so it was pretty profitable there for a little bit. So they were making 90 bucks for a month or two. Right now, though, it's not quite profitable anymore. So let's go ahead and keep moving on. And we just need to find anything that has basically enough discount that we can find it profitably at a different website. So let's check something like this out. It's a random, like smaller brand. I don't know if I've ever sourced this brand before. We can check this out as well. Usually I'll just go ahead and hit that Google button right there. See, it's just going to grab all the search results basically. So it looks like a lot of these are 60 bucks or so. Yeah, going for 81. We can see, okay, yeah. So last year it did sell a little bit faster during Christmas. And this is where the second tool that we're going to talk about comes into play. This is called the Keepa. This shows me a bunch of like past data about the items. There's also lots of data we can see in like the variations, if there's ever like different versions of the same product. But what I'm using it for here is you see how last Christmas season that sales rank gradually started to dip down a little bit. That shows me that it makes sense. It's a very giftable item. It's like a nice purse, that kind of thing. But the price last year never really went high enough for me to make a profit. I was buying at like 60. Obviously, I don't want to lose 47 cents per sale. Hopefully you're not in that business right there. And on this one, it doesn't seem like there'd be really anything. Sometimes I'll like monitor some of these products and come back whenever they might be profitable later. So this would be something, maybe if I see the price jump up, I'll check it in a few weeks as we get closer to Christmas, that kind of thing. This is also relevant if you're watching this after the holiday season, back to school, Easter, Thanksgiving products, all that kind of stuff, right? A lot of products are seasonal. And so it's good to just either keep a mental note of them, or on SellerAmp, you can also create a custom Google sheet where I can export whatever data I want to that Google sheet. I can quickly go back and look at that. Getting a little bit advanced there, but those of you guys who use that hacker, you're going to make a lot of money off of that. Let's check this one out though. So this is $11.50, selling for 23 bucks. Got a pretty good history being at that price point, and this could actually be profitable. Let's dig in on this a little bit deeper because I see this kind of all over the place. So it's like a random kind of smaller brand. Yeah, okay, cool. You'll end up selling all kinds of random stuff on Amazon that you don't really know too much about. Yeah, it looks like it's in stock. We can add it to cart, probably go ahead and ship it to us. So we're buying these for $11.50. Shipping is almost always going to be free because basically every website has, yeah, something like this, right? So free shipping on orders over $50. So we just buy. Obviously, we're not typically going to be buying $20 of something to resell. It's not really worth the effort at that point. But this is selling over 50 times a month. We make $3.40 on it. And yeah, we can definitely make some sales on that product, right? So let's go ahead and keep going down the list here and see if there's any other ideas from this seller. And then this will probably also lead us to a slightly different way that we can do some product sourcing as well. Because we already found one doing reverse sourcing. And then let's see if we can do any based on something else. So this right here is interesting. Sells decently if we can get it for 18 bucks or so. We are going to be making some money. Let's see. So yeah, 36 bucks. Was selling for 30 recently. Right now these are actually $22. Are we looking at the rainbow ones? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, sweet. So this would be something interesting. If we can look at the variations down here, it looks like we might also be able to get a coupon too. 20% off your purchase. Okay, cool. So we know we can get probably another 20% off. So excludes clearance. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're calling that clearance or not. Usually there's a big kind of obnoxious sign when they're calling it clearance. So probably get an extra 20% on these as well. But let's go ahead and just quickly check, and you can see on the variations tab, I can basically filter by whatever I want. So for example, I usually like to filter by the highest price. So I can see like the size 11 right here. Do we have the size 11? Yeah, so those are in stock at our source. We can sell these for 49 bucks. And yeah, we're buying these for 22 on the size 11s right here. So those look pretty decent. They've also got 22 ratings. So they have actually sold at some point. Usually I like to see those ratings increasing somewhat recently. So something like this, you can see those sales nicely spiking up recently. See, if we sell these for 40, are we making money? It's like a little bit tight, especially on shoes. You want to make sure your margins are really healthy on that. So this right here, probably test order 5 units or so of those. I would assume that they would sell. And there you go. It's probably 50 bucks or so in profit. There's another one right here. The 5 toddler. Make sure, yeah, so those right there, the 5s. We could sell those as well because those are going for 45, buying for 22. Make another $10 a unit on that. So just probably test order another 5. And then, yeah, we'll call that another 50 bucks in profit there. So now that we've talked about auto-ungated products, let's figure out what else we can sell on Amazon. And I want to show you some major gems in this part of the video that's going to help you find a ton of winning products where a lot of people might not even see it. These discount methods are going to make you bank. Let's jump into it. Okay, interesting. So this also makes me think that there could be, yeah, so there's a big sale going on this website right here. Whenever I see a big kind of flashing sale going on, that tells me that I can dig a little bit deeper and probably find a lot of profit in that specific brand. Where I went wrong in the early days of sourcing products is I would just like randomly scroll through these storefronts and you'll find whatever. And sometimes you find some stuff, sometimes you just don't really know what you're looking for. But now that we've found a good item on a sale, we know that there's going to be more good items on that same sale. And we can combine that with what we've already looked at to do some brand specific reverse sourcing. Instead of just like scrolling through here and clicking things open and saying, I don't know, can I buy that for 20 bucks? Our effort's going to be way better spent specifically looking at a place that we know is really cheap today. So to take full advantage of that, all we need to do is just go ahead and open up basically any listing with a third-party seller on it on a specific brand that you know is pretty cheap. So like this Carter's brand today, we can start from these shoes we're looking at. Here's just like another kind of random listing that I had pulled up here. See, it's going to be good to find other third-party sellers on it because Amazon's not on it. We can see there's not really any history of having Amazon showing up on this Keepa chart. We can also see that there's lots of third-party sellers. People have been on this listing for quite a while. And based on that, we're going to be able to find probably some more good items here. So let's go ahead and dig in on one of these storefronts here and we'll see what we can find. Usually, I'm not the biggest fan of looking at stores with this money feedback unless I know specifically where I can source it from. So today we got a great sale. I'll also be showing you guys how to get even more discounts on some of these items, the stuff that will help you make money where a lot of other people won't, but I'll show you that as it comes up naturally. We're doing the exact same process, but now we know exactly where we're going to be able to find a lot of these items. So this right here, like this hooded jacket of some kind. Okay, sweet. So not seeing anything off the initial results. One thing that is really useful is if you right click and then search image with Google Lens, I can just go ahead and yeah, it'll go ahead and search by the actual picture of the item rather than just the title. And so since I'm not really seeing it on our source website, probably discontinued or something like that if I had to guess. Yeah, see, it says out of stock online. I bet they discontinued this one. Yeah. So I think they said that was at like $6 and that also, notice this says clearance and that other one we did not say clearance. So we could probably get these shoes we were looking at earlier at 20% off with that coupon code that was popping up when we opened the website too. So there's probably even better. Get a little bit of a sidetrack there, but one of those things that probably make you some money there. So this right here, probably a discontinued color or something like that. Let's go ahead and keep hunting on through here. So this right here, pretty good BSR. I went ahead and skipped past these right here because the best sellers rank is so high. The estimated sales are like 10 or so. And I'm just not super interested in that. Usually I'm in the top 150,000 as far as BSR goes, maybe a little bit higher if it's an item that I expect to start selling faster soon. If it's like a Christmas type product this time of year, I might go under that a little bit, but still typically it's 150 to 200 on the sales rank there. And let's see. So I'm seeing a lot of these for 20 bucks. That's like a holiday type thing. So I'm curious on that as well. Sourcing is all just about like ended up down some interesting rabbit trails, looking at places that you just wouldn't expect there to be profitable inventory. But as long as you got a good sale and kind of some good prices to compare back to, you can usually make some money on that. So let's see, something like these. I'm going to skip this because you see how the price was usually like $25 on that. There's also been 2 ratings on it. So it's not been the fastest seller. This right here, this like newborn thing. Let's see. So what color was it? So oh yeah, this might be what we're looking for. The pink. Yeah. So pink newborn. Those are going for 38. It doesn't say clearance anywhere on here. So that 20% code we're going to be able to apply. So yeah, let's see. This here 20. Let's just assume we can only buy them for 20 just to be super safe. So not quite good without that code. If we do have that code though, we can buy them for 16 and then we make $8 profit. And by the way, just so you can see how that works, because this is an option on a ton of websites. This right here, we can get 20% when you sign up with your email, that kind of thing. To make a bunch of email addresses so you can infinitely loop coupon codes and all that, just go ahead and say like your email address is warner@gmail.com or whatever. Punch that in once. That'll send that email coupon code to your email. And then anytime you need to make another one, just do a plus and then smash the keyboard or whatever. And then it'll keep sending to whatever is before that plus sign. That's just how Gmail works. And so if you're wondering, you got to make a million email addresses. No, you just use this. You just use like an email redirect like this. See, there's a new email address. There's a new email address. You can just do that infinitely. And we would be able to apply those to make some extra profit on this basically. So yeah, we're buying these for 16 and sell the newborn one there for 38. Pretty good profit as well. This one right here would probably be solid as well because it has 138 ratings. Although I do see the buy box hasn't been quite as high recently. So let's talk this one out a little bit because this one is a little bit more borderline. So yeah, so 35 bucks pretty consistently. Recently it's 38. So since we're buying for 16 and we're selling for 35, that actually would still be pretty profitable. So I'd probably go ahead and buy some of those as well there. So that's interesting. Since they're coming up onto the holidays, I'm curious on this as well. And this is a slightly different way that you can source products for Amazon, right? So what I did instead of like finding the Amazon listing is you can hover over any text and then right click and then SAS search to basically search with SellerAmp. You can also just click the Chrome extension button up there and it will automatically find the title for you. On this, I don't think we need to add Carters to it because it seems like it's just pulling up like some random ones. And if it's not showing up, then it probably doesn't exist, right? So this also is really useful on anything where you can go to like mega clearance or something like that. Anywhere you know that you're probably going to have some really cheap prices, it can be really helpful. Let's see, just like something like this. Some of these might not exist on Amazon and that's all good, but we can quickly check with SellerAmp manual lookup here. So again, it's just going to grab that title, not seeing anything. So it just saves you the effort of having to click back and forth to Amazon over and over again, that kind of thing. A lot of these products probably aren't going to be listed, but I am just curious on this. So like cardigan set, that kind of thing. Yeah, not seeing too much there, but it is really useful on products that I would say don't have variations and stuff like that. So I can try it on this and it'll be a lot more effective. So like leather cream, red wing, and it'll pop up that item we were looking at. Yeah, so first away right there. It's really helpful on items where you probably know there's already an Amazon listing. Brand like this where there's like a million different products and some of them sell on Amazon, some of them just don't even have a listing. Maybe not quite as effective, but just one of those other things you can keep in mind there. So yeah, we're able to find some more profitable items there doing brand direct storefront stocking, but we don't even have to stop there, right? So with all these items we're finding, we can make these even better, add some bonus profit to our business. So to do that, first I'm going to stack Cashback. So I can go to cashbackmonitor.com. I can punch in the website we were just buying from. And this says, hey, if you buy through inbox dollars, I don't know if I've ever heard of those, but we can just quickly check it out together. Inbox dollars right there. Let's see. So a lot of these are like coupon and Chrome extensions, that kind of thing. Rakuten is a really popular one as well. And they'll basically just, all you do is you'll click a button on through Google Chrome and check out through that, basically that portal. And then you'll get 8% back into your account basically. So this basically shows you all of the highest cashback rates, and these change by the day and by the supplier. Like that first item we were looking at today was from Walmart. So you'd want to use some cashback through RebatesMe or Price.com to get the most basically, right? That changes every single day. So make sure that you are testing a lot of that out there, right? Another thing you can do to squeeze margin out of your business is buy discounted gift cards. So looking again at like Carter's gift cards right here, I just punch that into cardbear.com, click the highest discount rate there, and we can see, let me just filter this by like discount high to low. So yeah, you can see you can and buy a $50 gift card for 42 bucks right there. That's great. We can squeeze an extra $14 in profit for every $100 we're spending, basically. You can also, if you don't want to mess with having a bunch of small gift cards, go up here and buy exactly what you need. Let's say you're buying $417 worth of inventory. You do that right up here. You're just usually going to have a lower discount rate than something like this down here. I mean, you see like immediately, if even though you already found that stuff that's profitable, why not add an extra 21 bucks in profit on it? And then when you're checking out, you just use a gift card instead of your credit card number, that kind of thing, basically. And so now that you know how to squeeze as much profit out of this and find tons of winning products, let's just quickly talk about how to actually get these sold as fast as possible. And so this is where I start to use Boxum for my Amazon business. It basically makes the process of getting sales on Amazon as easy, as quick as possible. And to do that, I'm going to make an FBA shipment. So after I've got these items, I'm going to ship them into Amazon FBA. This is going to make it a lot simpler for me. And then once these items show up, Amazon is going to start shipping those out to customers and making those sales for me. But I'm just going to quickly walk you through this process, right? So fill out all the information you need here. One of the major reasons why I like using Boxum is the 2D barcodes feature down here. It basically adds an extra little label that Amazon scans once your package shows up. And for my business, it's helped me make sales a couple days faster, which is huge. It's major for cash flow, beat a lot of the competition, so you make higher profit. Just major benefits to doing that through Boxum there. Lots of stuff you can play around with here. And I also have full guides on the channel if you want to see this in more detail. But let's go ahead and create a shipment here. Let's go ahead and just list one of these products that we were looking at earlier today. Search by name, ASIN, UPC, anything like that. So we'll go ahead and list these. We were buying these for 16. Let's just say we got 10 of them. We want to put 10 in each case. Hey, Amazon, I've already got 10 of these in a case. Don't split them apart, basically. I'm going to go ahead and punch in my supplier right there. And then also the date that I just bought this. So then we'll go over here and add this product to our batch. Go ahead and repeat that exact same process for however many good items you already have to send to Amazon. And then we'll go ahead and continue. And basically at this point, we're saying, hey, Amazon, here's everything we want to send you. Where do you want us to send them? In this case, it wants us to send these to New Mexico. Go ahead and confirm that right there. And now we need to basically say, hey, Amazon, here's all my products. I'm going to go ahead and put a label on each product. So you're going to first put an FNSKU product label on all these items. So it's just a little barcode that looks like that. You can print these FNSKU labels out right here through Boxum. Once you have these FNSKU labels, you'll take them and label directly over the UPC barcode on the item. On something like this, like it's like a clothing item, you'll probably also want to put it in a poly bag so it doesn't get dirty. You don't want to have it drag the belts at the warehouse, that kind of thing. And then you'll also want to go ahead and say, hey, Amazon, I've got 10 of these. They're all in one box, or add as many boxes as you need, that kind of thing. Or you can just probably put them in all in one box here. We're just going to say they weigh 20 pounds or something like that. Make sure you have a scale and a tape measure so you can figure out the actual dimensions and weight on this stuff. Go ahead and save and print our labels there. And then once you print out that FBA box label, you're going to get one that looks like this. This right down here, by the way, is that 2D barcode that we were talking about. So it doesn't take any extra work at all to get those added whenever you're using Boxum. Once you've got all of your products assigned to boxes, you just go ahead and press continue. And then once that's all populated there, it'll show you where you're shipping from, where you're shipping to. You can go ahead and accept those shipping charges. So here you can see, usually I pay about 60 cents a pound to ship products to Amazon. This one was a little bit lower. So we'll definitely go ahead and accept those shipping charges right there. And then right here, doing the same thing, we'll go ahead and print out that UPS box label, slap that on the box with the FBA box label. You've got all those labeled items already in the box. Drop it off at UPS or schedule a pickup with UPS. You can pay them to come get the boxes for you. And then you basically just get to repeat step one and find tons more winning items. So I hope you learned a ton from this full breakdown of selling products on Amazon. If you're ready to get serious about this, make sure you activate your 2-week free trials of SellerAmp and Boxum down below as well. Those are the tools that you'll need to actually find products and then ship them off, track what you're actually making, all that good stuff. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, that kind of thing in the comment section down below. Would love to help you out down there, but I really appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you next time.